Hi, Misha.
Hi.
Welcome to the PLT podcast.
Thanks for having me.
This is so exciting. We've got a full house today watching
We
us.
do.
To everyone listening, we've actually got some special guests with us today. Special guests, hi. So we've got two competition winners in the room watching the podcast live. This is the first time we've had an audience, so shout out to them. Hi, guys.
It's very full in here. I
It
feel
is
like
very full.
they're going to hear lots. It's fine.
We are literally going to delve into everything about you today. We're going to find out everything. So let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Tell me about what life was like growing up. I heard you were very big into beauty pageants, to say the least.
I completely forgot that this might even come up.
Oh, we've got a big chunk on this bit.
It's so weird because I feel like it was like 2 years ago that I stopped doing pageants.
Just 2 years
that
ago?
I've like forgotten about them because
God.
YouTube's taken over so much.
Yeah.
But I started when I was 13, I think I was.
My notes say 13.
Yeah, I think it was 13. And everyone likes to think like, oh my God, did your mum push you into doing pageants? Like, Did she force you? Did she do pageants beforehand? I was like, oh, no. I just stumbled on Google.
Really?
And I don't know what I was Googling. I think I just thought I wanted to be like some little like supermodel person. I don't even know. Googled it, came across, and then I applied, and my mum was like, no, I don't want you doing that.
Stop.
Like, no, Misha. And I was like, well, I want to do it, so I'm going to apply.
Wow.
And then I remember we didn't even tell my mum we told my mum. My mum knew. We didn't tell my sister or my dad.
Right.
And then basically just got to like the final, and I'm like, oh, by the way, we're going to Blackpool, and we're going to compete in a pageant.
Wait, so you went through a whole process without telling your sister or your dad?
Yeah, that's kind of common in our family though. Like, we tell dad after. So
After
that,
you've done everything, so he can't shout, he can't be mad.
Literally. So then I went and did the first one, and like I was obviously I was very young.
Yeah.
So I barely had like any makeup. I had my hair scraped back in a bun. I was in like a dress from Topshop. It was such like a plain dress.
Yeah.
I didn't like go all glam and glitz. It wasn't like toddlers and tiaras. That's what
Yeah.
I always say to people. It's not toddlers and tiaras, I promise.
Yeah.
And I went, and I just had like the best weekend.
Really?
It was Miss Teen Great Britain. So I was 13, and at the time there was like one big category.
Right.
So I was competing against like 19-year-olds, and I'm like this little 13-year-old.
Oh
like,
my God.
but because I was so young, like I didn't think about it. Like if I went
so
to
you
the
weren't as
interview,
scared. You're not as scared when you're
I
young,
was
are you?
just talking because I didn't realise it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't even tell anyone at school because I was like, I'm doing a pageant. This is so embarrassing, which is so weird to think
Did you tell
now.
your friends?
I don't think I did.
No one?
No one. No, I was always the extra kid though, and I was always scared that I was the extra person because like everyone else was so normal, and then I was there at 13 years old prancing on a stage and getting a tiara. So people were always a bit like, so I was like, I don't want them to think I'm any more weird than I already am.
Oh my God, you're not weird. You're not weird at all.
So I came third in that pageant,
Right.
and then there's like the famous pageant bug, which is basically where you like just get obsessed and you just want to compete in so many different pageants. And I did exactly that.
Really?
So I competed from when I was 13 to 18 in like 5 or 6 different pageants, like different international competitions. And then the one that I like wanted so bad, I competed in 3 times. And then on the third time when I was 18, I won. And then that took me to like the American International.
Was that Miss Teen Galaxy?
So that's Miss Teen Galaxy England.
There we go, okay.
And there's so many different names,
Yeah.
it gets confusing.
Yeah.
And then I went out to America and I won the international, which was Miss Teen Galaxy.
Wow.
So that was like the biggest deal for me, like huge, because I started at 13 and that was like my aim, that was like my goal.
That was always your goal.
But now because YouTube's come in, it like pageants has taken like a step back.
Okay.
So I'd love to now, I always say I'd love to get back into doing pageants. But I know that right now I wouldn't put my all into it, and I'm not someone that can put like 20%. Like I need to put 100.
that.
But I know that YouTube is where I want to focus right now.
But so at 13, so you started at 13 and then you carried on doing pageants all the way up until 18, and I assume it kind of can take over your life. What was the balance between school and friends and pageants and home? Like, what was it like?
I realise now that I was too like involved in all of it.
Oh,
but
you
not
were?
Not because of anybody else, because of me.
It was your
because
decision.
I'm that sort of person, and like I cared too much. Now that I'm looking at it from like an outsider's perspective, I'm like, Misha, it really is not that much of a big deal if you don't win. Like now I look back and I realise I'm the person I am because of pageants, but
Really?
not because I won, because I lost. It's all those times that I lost, the times that I bettered myself and grew and got stronger, and you'd think like, but you didn't win, surely you'd feel really rubbish about yourself. And it's like, no, you just think, where can I improve? What can I do? Like, that person was a worthy winner.
Yeah.
And what can I do to make myself the better version of me?
And so were you at school at the time? Were you going to school like normally and like did your friends know you were doing it?
By that point, like I think when I reached about 15, 16, I then was telling everyone about the pageants because I realised it wasn't embarrassing. Like it was it's a different thing to do, and it still gets some like eyebrow raisers. But I would recommend it to literally every single person out there, especially if someone struggles with confidence.
Yeah.
It is like the biggest confidence booster. And like I was already a confident kid, but I blame pageants for me being so extra and being okay with it.
And I imagine it's really competitive. Did you find it somewhat addictive?
It's weird because I'm not a very competitive person, but like I'll get the random thing where I'm like, yes, I'm going to be competitive about this. If we played sport, I could not care. Like, I don't care about sport. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But it was more that I wanted to prove to myself and everyone around me that I could win that title rather than like, I just don't want anyone else to win. I just want to prove my point that I am good enough for it.
And what do you think of girls? You were really young when you started, 13. What do you think of girls young as 3 starting in these sort of pageants? What's your view?
This is where I find it a little bit tricky because obviously I've seen toddlers and tiaras and I know it's not like that in the UK, but personally, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't put them in pageants at that age because they're not choosing to do it.
Right.
They're being put in it because their parents want to. Like people are always like, oh my God, are you going to get your child to do pageants? I'm like, no, if they come to an age where they decide that they think it's a good thing, of course I'll encourage it because I know all the positives.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be like that pageant mum that's like screaming in the corner, like, put your arm up in the air and do this. And what is that, like blowy kiss thing?
You actually did a pageant with your mum, didn't you?
So this is
Tell me about that.
This is where articles get confused.
Oh, stop. Hold on. Have we got false information over here?
Wow. People like the Daily Mail like to take a story. We all know this. And like rejiggle it and change it around. So we competed not in the same pageant, but like the same pageant system. Okay. So like I was in the teen category and she was in the Mrs. category. Oh, so it was like one night apart. We didn't like compete on the same stage on the same night. And like it sounds crazy, but like I was the one that forced mum into doing pageants. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh my God, so your mum forced you? I'm like, no, it's the other way around.
The other way around, huh?
Literally. So she was about 53 and I knew that she needed something to like focus on herself again. Yeah. Because she's always just looked after us kids. Mm-hmm. And then it was the thing and she's like, I'm so glad I did it.
And we'll talk a little bit more about your mum later on. But so talking about you and so younger kids, we mentioned, 3-year-olds or young children being entered into these pageants. How do you think it may impact a child being put into a pageant at a young age later on in life? And how has it impacted you?
It's difficult to say because I don't really know any young girls that are competing. But I mean, I see it all over Facebook and things like that. And they seem happy. And obviously it's the parents' decision. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe it still would do you really good. Maybe it would make you a more confident child, everything like that. But I suppose you don't know unless you do it. But I'm happy just leaving that bit out.
And how does it help your confidence from someone that knows nothing about beauty pageants? From an outsider's point of view, we know very little about what goes on and what the rounds are and what, it all includes. So how has it improved your confidence?
People like to think that because the word beauty pageants, like they need to rename it,
it's all about looks.
It's all about looks.
People would assume.
But it's not all about looks. And I always explain this. So if someone wanted to say it was based on looks and maybe say I was the prettiest contestant, which I was not at all, then why didn't I win 3 years prior? Right. It's the exact same thing. What's changed is me as a person, my confidence in interview. Like interview is like the main thing.
Tell us about interview. Like what is interview?
It's basically a bit like this.
It's a bit like right now.
A bit like this.
Being asked a million questions, put on the spot about everything.
Literally, it's like that. But you've got about 10 judges sat there of like all different walks of life, just asking you so many questions.
That's quite amazing, actually.
Same. But obviously, like I did that when I was like 13, 15. So when it came to like uni interviews, everyone was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm so scared. I was like, this is a walk in the park.
Wow. That is actually incredible because like when you go into a job interview, I guess you're like, what can one person do to me?
I mean, I've never actually had a job interview.
I mean, that's just incredible. We'll get onto that in a moment. So you mentioned you've spoken, you've sort of clarified your mum hasn't really had any input into your sort of career in the beauty pageants world. But has she always been supportive? What's she been like with you and your career choices?
Yeah, mum is literally like that extra fan and mum in the background, but not the one like pushing me, the one encouraging me. And I always think like when your parents are involved in everything you do, people like to like misconstrue and like think like, oh, they were forcing you and things like that. But mum's just always been like that person there to hold my hand and have my back. And like I could literally say, Mum, I want to be a scientist. She'd be like, okay, brilliant, let's do that. What can I buy? What can I do? What can I arrange for you? So yeah, she's always been very supportive of everything. But then so is my dad. Like he was totally okay with me not going to uni and doing YouTube. He was never there like, no, you can't be doing that. You need to go to uni. And it was actually my mum that suggested that I didn't go to uni and did YouTube. Because like, I never considered, like, the fact I'm sat here right now, I'm like, what's going on? Like, I never ever thought it would get to this. Like, I wanted to do YouTube since I was about 13, similar to pageants. And then I just always dreamt of doing it, but never had the confidence to upload it because I was scared what people would think. So what was I even talking about?
You started, we're going to go on to YouTube now. Like that's another big thing. I mean, the beauty pageants world, that's so interesting. Thank you for sharing all of your memories and your experiences there. But the YouTube world, you started your channel like 2 years ago, was it?
I'm not even sure. I think it was like maybe 2.5, maybe 3.
Ago. So what made you decide, okay, I'm finally going to bite the bullet, I'm going to start this channel?
So I'd always dreamt of having a YouTube channel. I'd watched like Tanya Burr, Zoella. I was all that era. Like I remember sitting at my desk and like playing out like a YouTube tutorial on myself as I was filming it. And I'm literally in my mirror like doing it by myself. And I always was just scared about the editing and like what people would think and things like that. So finally, just one day, I decided to do it, and it was actually because of Molly. So as everyone knows her, Molly May.
Molly May.
We had to give her a mention.
Come on, hi Mol.
So me and her had always spoken about how we wanted to do YouTube.
Right.
And she'd uploaded a video and she was like, Mish, you can do it. Like, you'll be able to edit it. Don't worry, it'll be fine. We'll do it together. So that's literally exactly what happened.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Literally.
And here you are now.
So she's always like, you can thank me for you starting YouTube. I'm like, okay, Mom, I will.
And I think it's fair to say that you share quite a lot online.
Yeah.
So have you ever been cautious about how much you do share?
Yeah, it's funny because I think as I've got more into my channel, I've shared a lot more, and a lot more than most people would not.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, oh no, that's too much. But I've always been an oversharer. Like that's just me. But I remember like when I first turned 18, I didn't want to post any drinking on my channel because I thought my audience is younger, like I don't want them to think I'm a bad influence,
that's
things like that.
Yeah.
But then as I've got a bit older and my audience has grown up with me, I'm starting to show a little bit more of that. Like I'm not some crazy drinker, like that's not me, but I also want them to like relate to me and be like, oh, so she does go out and she does have a drink occasionally and things like that. But no, like topics about like sex and things like that, I've discussed with my mum all over YouTube.
I know, I've noticed. So I would normally at this part of the podcast, I would say, what does your mum and what do your parents think of your career choice in YouTube? But your mum also has her own channel, Nifty After 50, which is pretty successful on its own. So
Literally.
Tell me about how did that even come about?
That started because since like the beginning, I always knew that me and mum had quite a unique relationship.
Yeah.
Like we are like sisters or best friends
you come
over
across like
mother
that.
and daughter. We argue like that as well. So she was forced onto my channel, as we can see. It's like a recurring theme of me forcing her to do things. So she was forced on, and everyone loved her and loves her. Like I'll meet anyone and they'll go and stalk my YouTube and they'll be like, oh yeah, you're great, but your mum. Oh my God, I love your mum. I'm like, I know. She's extra special. So everyone kept on asking like, when are you going to do your own channel? When are you going to do your own channel?
No way.
And then eventually it happened. So yeah, it's been about 6 months now that mum's had it and she absolutely loves it. And my dad literally loves it too. Like,
Does he?
He takes all of Instagram photos.
Does he?
Yeah.
For anyone who hasn't seen Nifty After 50 on YouTube or Instagram, because like, what's her Instagram handle?
Cash_Grimes.
Cash__Grimes. This is what you don't see on the podcast. Yeah, you need to go and check her out because she's fantastic. I've actually sent her a link to my mum because I wasn't aware of her until like a few days ago, and I was like, Mum, you need to check this lady out. She's so good, and her dress sense is fantastic. Do you help her out?
No, not anymore.
Really?
Oh, she
she's
literally
just
like wanders in. She's like, look what I've timed up today.
Wait, doesn't she steal your clothes?
Oh yeah, we literally share everything. Like me, my mum, my sister. It's like one big wardrobe.
Oh, I love that. It must be amazing being able to work so closely with your mum.
Yeah, it is. And like, obviously we'll bicker about things because we'll have differences of opinion, but it's quite nice because like in YouTube, I'm the mum. because
Yeah,
I've been doing
you're
it for
teaching
longer.
her.
So technically I don't really, but we pretend I know more than her. So she kind of has to listen to me. So I'm
Yeah.
like, ha, I'm right. You have to listen to me. The roles are reversed.
And with the audience that you do have, with the amount of subscribers and Instagram followers, it must be wild. Have you ever had any weird or wonderful fan moments with you or your mum? You must have.
The first time I actually like went out and got recognised, I was with my mum and I was with my best friend. It was actually in Manchester.
Was it?
It was literally at Piccadilly Station, and you know how they used to have the Waitrose there?
Yeah.
So it was like 10:30 at night, and I think we were getting the train back somewhere, and we went to Waitrose to get like some late night snacks, and we were greeted by these 3 girls that had quite a bit to drink.
Stop.
So they were quite drunk. And this one girl, she asked for a photo. So I was there posing for a photo, smiling away. My mum was taking the photo, and she kept on shouting at my mum, take the photo! Take the photo! Take it! And my mum was just like, she was like,
What?
she didn't sleep that night. She was like, is this what the world's going to be like now? I was
Why
like,
was she shouting? Wait, is there no reason for
no,
this?
I think she was just a bit drunk and just, I don't know. But that was my first ever experience, and mum was a bit like,
How did you hold yourself back? Like, if a girl was shouting at my mum, like, excuse me, you speaking to my mama?
I was just like, let's just get out of here.
Yeah, you just wanted to get off safe, back on that train back home. See you later.
Literally.
Oh my
But,
God.
it's been fine since.
Has it?
Absolutely fine. There was just that one interesting experience.
You must get some weird questions though, like when you're doing a Q&A or like that type of YouTube video.
Yeah.
What general weird questions come up in the DMs or?
A lot of them are like, do you not like your sister?
What?
They're like, you don't like your sister or your dad? I'm like,
Because you feature your mum so much, do you think?
yeah, it's because I don't post them on socials. Like, I still post them, but I don't post them that much.
Yeah.
That people just instantly assume if someone isn't with you on social media that
so
you don't like
wild,
them, which
wild.
just literally blows my mind.
Yeah.
So no, people always ask, and then I'll like screenshot our text conversations. Like, trust me, we still like each other. And the text is like, you stole my outfit. How dare you? And I'm like, well, I took your bra, so it's fine.
So how old's your sister? Is she a lot younger than you? Or?
She's 23, so
Okay.
she's 2 years older.
2 years older.
But
okay.
we're very different. Like, she would be one of the people behind the camera.
Yeah.
She is not like an in front of the camera person. I am the extra one, and she's slightly more normal.
So does she ever help you out with any of your videos? Does she ever get involved at all? No. And what does she think of
No.
like your life and your lifestyle and everything? that
I
you
mean,
do?
she's not complaining because of all the clothes.
Yeah.
So, like, she quite likes
what
that.
girl would complain?
But, like, people will come up to her on a night out and be like, you're Misha's sister.
Stop.
And
Does
she's
she
like,
love it or hate it?
She's like, this is weird. She's like, this is so weird. But no, she's fine. Like, she doesn't really get involved, but she's also happy for me to do it. Like, she knows
Yeah.
I love what I do. But, like, we could not switch jobs.
No.
Like, she works a normal 9 to 5. I couldn't do that. She couldn't do me and stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning editing.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's what you don't think about, how late
Yeah.
you stay up editing. And what do you think of your lifestyle? So obviously you started off YouTube like 2.5 years ago. Did you imagine it'd get to the stage of where you're at now, where it is your full-time job? You're not having to work in an office 9 to 5. You know, did you
Yeah.
imagine this would happen?
Never. Like, never, ever, ever. Like, when I didn't go to uni, my mum was like, oh yeah, don't go. You never know, you might end up like Zoella. I mean, obviously
Wow.
I'm not ever going to be at that level, but I always just kept on
You
thinking,
don't know.
Mum, I'm never going to be able to do it as a job. Like, it's not like that. It's not that sort of thing.
Hmm.
So it just confuses me. Like, that's
Yeah.
I feel like I'm living in a bubble because I've never had a normal job. I've only ever done
That's
YouTube.
incredible.
So I know I'm living in like a false world, which is
But it's
so
not.
amazing.
It's not, because it's a career. Like, this is a career now. So it's funny when you say, like, you know, I'm never going to be like Zoella. Like, when I was maybe younger, like 16, YouTubers didn't really exist.
Yeah.
Well, they might have, but I didn't know about them. So
Yeah.
I would never think that was a job. But it's incredible that you can go, right, you know, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it just blows my mind. Like, when I was at school, I was always the extra one going to like acting castings, things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
And my school never let me have time off for the castings.
Really?
But like, if you did sport, you were allowed. So now I get girls messaging me who like know that I've gone to that school, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we had a careers day. And I said that I wanted to be a YouTuber, and one of the teachers turned around and was like, oh yeah, well, Misha's a great example, like, if that's what you want to do. And I'm like, what? That school hated me. Like, what's happened? So yeah, it's crazy. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine myself doing anything else.
No. And would you say there was a pinnacle moment in the last few years, well, in the last couple of years, where you were like, right, yeah, I'm growing. My YouTube's growing. My subscribers are growing. My Instagram's growing. This is it now. This is
There actually
working.
is.
Oh.
And it's actually to do with PLT,
Stop.
coincidentally.
Come on. Fantastic.
So,
great news.
I can't remember how long ago it was, but I was lying in bed one morning and I went on Instagram. I had a message request from a girl called Brogan.
Oh, Brogan. Yeah, we know her.
So she messaged me about doing a video PLT or something like that. And I went downstairs and I was like, Mum, it's a fake person.
Stop.
Like, it's a fake account. They're trying to trick me that they're PLT. They're not PLT because PLT wouldn't want to work with me. I was like, it's fake. It's not real. And then she was like, no, but what if it is real? I was like, no, Mum, it's a scam.
Stop.
And then I think I knew someone that had worked with you guys. So I messaged them and I was like, does one of the team members, are they called Brogan? They were like, yeah. So I replied back and I was like, and then I was scared she wasn't going to reply. And then she did. And then the rest is history.
So what was your first video with us? Do you remember?
I think it was a PLT haul.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly, but I probably still have like 90%.
So I need to go back and watch that somewhere along the way. So that was your pinnacle moment.
And that was at least like a year and a half ago, maybe.
That's amazing to think that we were part of that big moment for you and part of your journey. It's so exciting. Now you make a lot of content. A lot. How often do you post?
3 times a week. Sunday, Super Haul Sunday.
Super Haul Sunday.
Tuesday. And Thursday.
So that's 3 videos a week.
Yeah.
How often are you filming a week?
I mean, probably like 3, yeah.
So you'll edit your 3.
Yeah.
You'll film your 3, you'll edit your 3, you'll publish your 3.
Yeah.
How do you keep on top of that many videos?
I mean, this has been like a topic of discussion between me and Mum because she thinks I should reduce it to 2.
Does she?
And I'm like, no. No. She's like, you don't have enough time. I'm like, I don't care. I'm doing 3. I'm like, I've always done 3.
Yeah.
That's the routine I'm in. I wouldn't want to change it, which is silly because I really should. But I'm happy with what I'm producing. I'm used to being like a stress head and having no time. Like, that's when I perform well. Like when I'm like stressing out, I'm like, I need to upload this video in 4 minutes and it's not ready. But it's like, Mish, you're putting those like time frames on yourself. Nobody else is telling you have to upload 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Like, I'd rather do something 100% or not do it at all.
Or not do it at all. And something when I was watching your videos the other night, I have to ask, who edits your mums? Is it you as well?
No.
Right, because I thought, how is this girl running this massive channel of her own and her mums? So who does your mums?
I edit her Instagram photos.
Oh, I love that.
Because
that's so cute.
Last time I let her edit, she edited out one of my nostrils. Let's not even go there.
How did she manage that?
I don't even want to know.
Patch tool gone wrong.
Literally. And I didn't even notice until it was posted. My best friend tagged me like, Misha, why are you missing a nostril? Great, Mum. So I don't let her.
That is hilarious. Oh my God.
So I do Instagram and I do her thumbnails because, again,
nice.
She can't quite be trusted just yet.
Okay.
But her YouTube videos, she edits all of them herself.
That is incredible.
It was a stressful time teaching her and there might have been a few arguments along the way. And like, basically once a week I'll get a FaceTime. I'm like upstairs in my bedroom like falling asleep and she's editing downstairs until like 2 a.m. I get a FaceTime, it's all gone, I've deleted it all, and I come running down. I'm like, Mum, it's right there.
This is just not usual problems to have with your mum. It's so fascinating to listen to you talk like that. My mum like literally just knows how to use Instagram, and I mean literally post a story.
Oh, she now posts my Instagram as well. Like, so if I go on a night out and like I know it won't be up,
you've
early,
got a post.
We'll like send each other our Instagram posts.
This is so interesting. Honestly, just tell me everything. What else is there to tell me?
I genuinely don't even know. I'll post her Instagrams when I wake up. And
what does your dad think? Like, is he really supportive of her?
I think it's just normal to him now. Like, everything's just normal. Like, there's nothing that can surprise him.
I have seen the couple selfies of them too. They're actual goals.
They're so in love.
I can't. They see me.
They're so in love. It's so adorable. It's their 25-year wedding anniversary next year. So I'm like, wow.
Oh, well, need to do something special for that, guys, okay? Is there going to be a party?
I mean, maybe not a party. We don't really have many family friends. It'd be like me, my sister, my dog, maybe the boyfriend.
And a camera for YouTube. We can do it for YouTube. Brilliant. Well, we look forward to seeing what you do there. Now, with all the content that you do create, what is your favourite kind of video to make?
It's got to be a Super Haul Sunday.
Okay, tell for anyone who hasn't seen a Super Haul Sunday, I mean, it's quite self-explanatory to me, but to others it might not be. So what is a Super Haul Sunday?
I started doing like hauls every Sunday. Yeah. And then I was like, I feel like I need to name it. So I asked in like my comments, like, can someone come up with a name? And then someone's like Super Haul Sunday. So it's just been like
really
a
good
thing.
name. It's like the Super Bowl.
I didn't even think like that.
That's really cool. Like, it's a big thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
I love that.
So that's kind of become like the branding of the Sunday video. But it's basically me getting very excited over a pile of clothes, trying them all on, and being like, this is what they look like. And a lot of them are normally pink.
I love it. Have you done a PLT one yet?
Oh, I've probably got about 15 PLT hauls on my
perfect.
channel.
Well, I was about to say we can just send some more to create another Super Bowl Sunday. That's not a problem at all. And you've also introduced your boyfriend to your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, let's just say it was a dark horse.
Okay.
I thought he was trouble from the moment I met him.
Oh my God, a song just got really into my head. I knew you were trouble when you walked. That
We
just
love
really
it,
got in
Taylor
my head.
So yeah.
His name's Kobe, right?
Kobe,
Okay. Kobe.
So I just thought, nah, you're trouble. I'm not going near you.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to mess up my life. You're going to ruin it. And now I'm eating my words, basically.
You seem so happy.
Oh, I am. And like, it's really weird to me because I haven't been in a relationship like this before. So I'm like, this is what it's supposed to feel like.
This is what it feels like. Oh my God, that's so good though.
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to introduce him to the channannel?
Mine.
Okay.
Totally mine.
And did he go easy? Like,
I'm lucky. Like, when I used to think about when I one day in a million years' time get a boyfriend, like, I don't know if it'd be good if they weren't in social media or it'd be good if they were in it and they get it.
So they
because
understand.
so much of my life is social media that, like, I wouldn't want them to be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So, like, I remember joking to him after the first date, like, oh yeah, you'd make a really good boyfriend tag. And that was always a running joke throughout, like, us dating. But I'm very lucky that he does get it and like he's totally supportive. I mean, maybe when it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like trying to upload a video, he's like, Misha, go to sleep. I'm like, no, it needs to be up tomorrow morning. But so I just thought I share so much of my life that I would find it weird not sharing him. Like, I'd feel like I'm keeping part of it a secret. I mean, I didn't do it for quite a while. We'd been dating for flipping like 6 months.
Right.
By the time I posted it. And it wasn't like he was like, I want to be on your social media. He's not the sort of person that's like, I want your followers. And I think a lot of people assumed that at the beginning. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, if I didn't want him on my channel, he wouldn't care. But he also absolutely loves it. Like, he is such a poser.
Did you get a lot of comments on that then? Of people saying like he just wants to be on there for the follow? Because I guess that is something, I mean, your subscribers and fans, not all of them, but some people think they've got an entitlement to know everything about you and have an opinion on your life as well.
Yeah, definitely. So I knew, like, going into it that everyone was going to have an opinion on Kobe, especially because I'd never had a boyfriend online. Like, it'd always be a running joke of like, oh, Misha's single, oh, Misha's always single, everything like that. So I knew that video was going to be a big deal to my audience. And I think he got that, but I don't think he really got like how much people comment and like what they comment about. So I remember at first, like, he was a bit like, okay, like this is a lot. And I remember that was actually, we were talking about this the other day actually, this was the first time that I told him that I loved him and he didn't say it back. It was after the video had come out and he was a bit like flustered by it all. I was like, oh, shut up, I love you. And he literally just was like, K. And I was
Did he say K?
I can't remember what he said. It wasn't K, but he didn't say love you back.
So what did you do?
I think I just awkwardly changed the topic.
And has it been brought up since? Like, is this like?
Oh, we find it hilarious now.
Okay, so it's a running joke now.
Oh yeah.
So how did that get like?
But
resolved?
I can't remember when he told me that he loved me. Like, but you know when it accidentally comes out?
Yeah.
And then I was like, why did I say that? Oh, I'm an idiot.
No, but if you feel it, you feel it. Like, let your emotions show. I was going to say, that sounds really deep, let your emotions show. But no, it's true. Like, if you feel something, and especially when it comes out accidentally, like, you mean it, I guess.
But I can't remember when he told me. So now I'm annoyed because when did you tell me? I'm like, I can't remember.
I need to remember the date so we can set an I love you anniversary.
Maybe not that far.
Oh, just me. Okay, so it must have been quite overwhelming for him then, I guess. Like, reading all these comments and, you know, being sort of thrown into your world as such. How is he taking it on now?
He's totally fine now. Like, he'll go on a night out.
Does he love it now?
And people will like come up to him and like ask him for photos.
Misha's boyfriend!
Literally.
How do you deal with that?
I'll have girls messaging me like, he was so well behaved, blah, blah, blah. Like, I had a girl
Great, thanks.
had a girl message me, and she was like, oh my God, I've just met your boyfriend. He was so lovely. He reserved our seats for us whilst he went to the toilet. And I was like, I mean, that doesn't sound like Kobe. He's not that much of a gentleman. And then he texts me like, so I've just met some subscribers. He goes, but I didn't obviously realise this until after. He goes, they got up and I thought they were leaving, so we sat down in their seats. He goes, and then they came back. So he goes, so we pretended that we'd reserved them for.
So he actually is a really nice guy that didn't want to embarrass him, that he just actually got up like, oh yeah, we've saved them for you. So subscribers, if you are listening, those seats, they were meant to be Kobe's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But he's just that nice guy.
Literally, he's just a fake nice guy. No, I'm joking. So yeah, that did make me laugh. And like girls would be like, well, keep an eye out on him. I'm like, don't worry. Like,
that's a bit of a lot, that is.
Yeah.
Does YouTube and like sort of working together, not working together, but him appearing on your channel, does it ever cause any tension between you two?
Absolutely not. And that was my concern prior to him going on socials. I didn't want there to be like all this pressure to be like the perfect relationship and things like that.
Yeah.
But like I don't even think about it. Like it's just like, oh yeah, basically like we're filming a video. I don't think about the fact it's being watched by people and things like that.
Yeah.
Like it's not until you meet people that you're like, oh my God, you actually know more about my life than my sister does.
Crazy.
Because you watch my videos. So no, it's never become like a barrier in our relationship. I don't think it ever will. Because it's like my baby and he knows that. Like he would never try and like get too involved in my baby. It's like my thing. And he's always like, I just want the best for you. That's always what he says about everything. Like he's like, I just want you to succeed in what you want to do. And he'll just help me in however he can.
He sounds lovely.
He is.
Hi Kobe, if you're listening.
You're a star.
You're a star. And we mentioned you upload very often.
Yeah.
You know, you're working really hard on your YouTube. Do you ever wish you could just take a break? Do you have a break? Have you ever had a break?
I'm not a break person.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew the answer
All
already.
or nothing. But no, I actually don't, because I love it so much. Like, yeah, it gets stressful. Yeah, I get exhausted and things like that. But I just can't. I couldn't stop. I just physically couldn't do it. And that's the good thing about having him, that he does kind of take me out of that world a little bit, and like we'll go on like date nights and things like that, and I won't be working because he doesn't want me to burn out. Like, you know, it's like the famous thing of like you overwork and then you completely burn out. So I think I'm slowly learning to like step it back a little bit. Like now on like the weekends, I'll take Instagram stories, but I won't post them until like the Sunday when I've like sat down so I can enjoy the moment.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good idea. I've not even thought of doing it like that.
So that's basically what I do now. Like all my Instagram stories, I'll record them during the day, but then I'll like put my phone away. Because I'm not actually on my phone a lot. Yeah. It's just when I'm in the zone and I'm doing work and my brain's always thinking about what I've got to do. Yeah. But I'll make myself like put it away. I'm not one of those people that I like sat there scrolling through Instagram for hours. Yeah.
So I've got a big question for you.
Okay.
If YouTube or Instagram didn't exist, what do you think you'd be doing?
Well, many options.
Just got a few ideas.
Yeah, so before I did YouTube, I always thought I was going to go to uni and study fashion styling.
Okay.
So I feel
that makes sense.
I would have done something like that. Yeah. But now, having started YouTube, like ever since I've done YouTube now, everyone's always said to me, oh, you should be a TV presenter.
Yeah,
You'd be a really good TV presenter.
You would.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'd make a lot of mistakes and things like that, and maybe accidentally swear online, but, like when it's
the
live.
best of them do.
But now, like, it's funny because that's now what I look towards. Like, I didn't end up doing fashion styling because I like styling clothes, but on myself, not on other people. I like to be in front of the camera, not behind it.
Yeah, you're definitely not one to be behind the camera. Not at all.
No.
And, okay, another big question. The announcement. So you have just announced something huge on your Instagram. For anyone who hasn't seen what's going on, please tell us, what is the secret?
Okay, so this is weird because it's the first time that I'm actually like saying it out loud. So, long story short, I am releasing my own headband and like hair accessories collection.
Wait, is this one of them?
This isn't one of them.
Oh my God, I was so excited.
Because as we're filming this, I don't have them yet. They're arriving
They're not
tomorrow.
ready. No way.
So this is one of the brands. So it's Picanita. So it's Misha X Picanita.
Wow.
And it's literally like my dream collaboration. It's the first collaboration I've ever done with a brand. And
That's
I
incredible.
actually contacted them to do it because I knew that they were like the perfect
It would
person.
work.
I knew that they were like what I would have wanted.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a lot of pink, a lot of bows.
Girly.
Like it is me in a nutshell.
So they're out now. The headbands
Yes.
are out now. The girls can go and buy them.
Yes.
What would you say to your followers and to your fans who are out there buying the products now?
I'm just like, what? Like,
Is it
what?
wild?
Like, it just blows my mind. And I've been like watching along the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star documentary.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm living out that documentary on a much smaller scale. I'm living out that documentary. And like every time I watch it, I cry. I literally cry my eyes out. And I'm like, that's because I'm crying out my tears about how happy I am about the collection. So it's just weird to think like I could be walking through the street and see someone with my headband on. I'd be like, wow, you've got great taste. Great taste there.
So how many is there to choose from? If I was to go online now.
There's 9 pieces in the collection,
Ooh.
4 headbands, 2 clips. Then
So
we've
exciting.
got a pack of 3 scrunchies, and we've also got
Love
socks. And they're all named after like important people in my life. So like we've got the Kasha bow, we've got the Anya, which is my sister hair slides.
I love that.
We've got like the Georgia May headband, which are my best friends. We've also got the Molly May scrunchies.
Molly May, she's a good girl.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Congratulations. That is an incredible
you.
achievement. Well done you on your first collaboration. How exciting. I can't wait to see everybody wearing them as well.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned presenting maybe on the cards, but what other
Yeah.
future plans do you have? What does the future hold beyond YouTube?
This is the thing, like, I actually don't know, and that used to scare me. I used to think,
Yeah.
oh, what happens if YouTube
Yeah.
like ends in like a week and then I've got no job? But then one day I realised it's the exact same as everybody else. Everyone else could lose their job tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah.
And I'm excited about what this could lead to because, I mean, however long ago, I didn't even know I was going to come here and film the podcast. Like, everything changes every single day, every single week,
literally
every
does.
single second in this world. So I don't want to put too many plans out there.
Yeah.
Because I have absolutely no clue, but some like personal goals are things that I would like to do. I'd love to write a book. I can't spell for toffee, but
Toffee, I've never heard that.
but I love to
that.
write.
Yeah.
I absolutely love to write. So that is like a 5-year plan though. Like I've probably written about 20
It's amazing
pages.
that you're thinking about that though already.
But yeah, I think
You're so young.
yeah, well, I've always been like that person that wants to get everything done. Like I don't like the fact I'm getting older because I'm like, then I haven't achieved as much for my age. Like, I want to be young forever so that I can
Let me tell you, you're absolutely killing it. You do not need to worry about not
thanks.
achieving. You are absolutely killing it right now. What or how have your goals changed since you were little to now? Did you ever want to be anything different when you were a child?
I mean, when I was little, I thought I was going to be a singer.
Did you? Have you got a bit of a voice?
No, I'm tone deaf. Like, I'm actually tone. I cannot sing. You will not be seeing me on Celebrity X Factor in like 10 years' time. Like they would need to
gutted.
auto-tune. I am so awful, but I was always a performer.
Yeah.
Like we went to Egypt once and we went out to like the Camel Desert and there was some singing performance thing and I got up and I danced with all of them in my little belly dancing outfit when I was like 7. Like that's always been me.
I love that.
So I feel like this is my version
Yeah.
of that performer side of me.
So to end this podcast before we go on to an exciting extra round,
Yes.
I'd just like to ask you if you could end the podcast by telling us what is your mantra to live by.
Oh, now this is
love finding
I love
So
me a good
interesting.
quote.
Love
me
a quote.
quote. Me and Mum actually have the same one, and
you?
it stemmed from pageantry. And we have a card that every single pageant we used to give to each other. Yeah, it's got. I don't know where the card's gone now. It'll be somewhere in a cupboard. But it's got a little girl with a little star on it, and it says, "If you dream it, you can achieve it." And like that's always what Mum's instilled in me.
Yeah.
Like anything I want, I can do and I can achieve. So that's like my little quote.
That is so lovely. Like, I honestly actually feel a bit emotional about that. That is so cute. What a lovely mantra to live by. Well, to everybody, you can, if you dream it, you can.
You can. If you
achieve
dream it, you
I
can
can't
achieve
say
it.
Misha, it's been amazing getting to know you. Now we're going to go on to the DMs round.
Yes.
So to everybody watching on YouTube, which I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people watching Misha right now, you're going to need to head to the link below to go over to iTunes to listen to our exclusive part of the podcast where I get to delve into Misha's DMs.
Ooh.
So come and join us, and thank you to everybody for watching. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.